Cody Rhodes makes his first heel move in the WWE. We have breaking news with WWE and ESPN reaching an agreement, and I'm about to go off on TKO. All of that here on this episode of Screw the Script. Welcome back, everybody, to Screw the Script. I'm your host, Maverick, as always. I joked around at the beginning of the video showing you that photo of Cody Rhodes. I'll show it again. His first heel move in WWE. He is standing there with his newly acquired championship for the second time now since returning after he defeated John Cena in what was a good main event at SummerSlam. I didn't cover SummerSlam. I've been away from my channel for the last 2 weeks, just dealing with a lot of personal stuff, so I apologize for that. But if I were to sum up SummerSlam in one word, it would be controversial. The ending tonight one with Seth Rollins coming back with the faked injury that a lot of people fell for, including guys like Jim Cornette, to the ending of night two where you see Brock Lesnar return. And I see a lot of discourse around the IWC. A lot of people are upset about that. A lot of people are against him. A lot of people are defending him. I do think that regardless if nothing at all comes about Lesnar and any of the Vince stuff, I think they should have at least waited for him to return until all of that stuff was done. But I am reading reports that John Cena, a rumor, I should say, not really an official report, that John Cena wanted to have a feud with Lesnar in his farewell tour. So that could be why they brought him back, despite him still being a part of this lawsuit that Vince McMahon is in. So that alone was, over this past weekend was a lot of stuff that was going on in WWE that had a lot of people chirping. But this today, I could not make a video on this. Despite how busy I have been, I had to sit down and take some time to talk to you guys about this and my feelings on it. WWE, here's an official photo, courtesy of Cultaholic Wrestling. Says Disney is paying $1.6 billion for WWE streaming rights. The 5-year deal will begin in 2026 and includes the U.S. streaming rights to WWE PLE events. It will air on ESPN and will see the Disney-owned company pay $325 million per year to WWE for the broadcast rights. Now, you could look at this two ways. You could look at it in a strictly monetary way. That's a huge win for WWE. That is a lot of money that they are going to be bringing in per year. $325 million. Almost $1/3 billion per year. So they are going to be able to afford their talent. They're probably going to be able to pay their talent even more, their top talent anyway. But the other way that you can look at it, the way that I approach it, is a huge fucking slap in the face to anybody who's a fringe WWE fan right now, like myself. I've expressed on previous videos that I'm really struggling to stay with WWE. This channel is more or less become mostly AEW stuff because I keep making things like this that just piss me off. And this is no different. We have so many streaming services in the year of 2025. I have 6. I am not about to pay another $30 a month. It goes on to say WWE PLE offerings are set to debut on ESPN's streaming service, which is planned to launch later this year and will cost $29.99 a month. That will not be all of it. I guarantee you. The reason why I say that is because TKO did the same exact shit to UFC. I've expressed multiple times on my channel how I hate how they've handled UFC. I stopped watching UFC because of it, and this is really making me want to just drop WWE. I'm not about to pay $30 more a month just to get the app. But you see how they handle UFC, where you need that, plus they still charge you pay-per-view prices for the UFC events. I haven't bought a UFC event I think, since like 2016. It's been almost 10 years, and I'm not planning to change that anytime soon. There are going to be a lot of people that are upset about this. I mean, I've got examples right here. Just a little screenshot that I took from the top comments when this was posted hours ago. There's probably a lot more. So all those people that are, here on the screenshot, the greed of this company is becoming insufferable. I agree. I miss the WWE network. I hated the WWE network at first because I was like, why? But at this point, please bring that back at least, because now what we have to pay for is absolutely atrocious. What the hell? Peacock is way less expensive. Yes, it is. And they will not be on Peacock once this deal fully kicks in. So all those people that take advantage of the Peacock, like New Year's special or whatever it is, where it's significantly cheaper to sign up just so you can watch PLEs, that's going away. You're going to be paying a lot more just to have the streaming service for PLEs, and I guarantee you they are going to charge more. I will be shocked, and I will admit that I'm wrong if it doesn't happen, but I truly feel like it's going to happen. They're probably going to charge pay-per-view prices on top of having the ESPN streaming app. So you're going to be paying more than what is advertised right now, in my guess. You still have Raw and Netflix. I don't have Netflix right now. We actually canceled our Netflix, I think, a month or two ago, so I have not been watching Raw, which is why I haven't been covering Raw on my channel for a little while. The only thing I've been doing right now, to be honest, is watching the highlights that are uploaded onto YouTube. That's how I've been watching Raw lately, and SmackDown for that matter, but I've been doing that with SmackDown for way longer. NXT is going to be held separately, like all of these different things. You got to have Netflix, you got to have the ESPN app now. You're probably going to be charged more to get the PLEs as well. Like, this is terrible, in my opinion. I'm sure there'll still be a lot of people that are going to pay it. I'm not saying this is some groundbreaking thing that's going to destroy WWE. I just think that it's really, really, really going to pry the people that are fringe like me, that are just on the outsides, like, do I keep watching it? Do I not? Sometimes I want to watch it, sometimes I won't. This is really going to drive those people away. I guarantee you that. They're going to be like, aha, no, I'm done. And, unfortunately, I'm in that boat right now as well. I'll wait it out to see what else comes out about it. Maybe they'll repackage prices. Maybe, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. But as of right now, I don't think I'm going to be watching PLEs anymore for WWE, which honestly forces myself in this channel to strictly become an AEW channel. I don't want to pay that extra money, so it is my choice to not pay that extra money. But the fact that they are now forcing fans to pay even more money when you have, stuff like this that have come out recently where they're going to be having night 2 events. So SummerSlam was the first time they did a night 1 and a night 2. There's rumors that they're going to do it the Royal Rumble. They're probably going to do it with Money in the Bank. Who knows what else? This is just them to get more money out of you. Because now with, it started with WrestleMania, where if you want to attend both shows, you got to pay for both shows, obviously. It's not, one ticket for both nights. You have to pay extra to have that same seat for both nights. And now they're going to do the same thing for a lot of their other bigger events. If you want to see all of the matches at the event, you're going to have to go to both nights. It's just forcing more people to pay and pay and pay. And unfortunately, the vast majority will continue to do it. And I feel bad for those sheep. I really do. Because, to be honest, in 2025, the quality of their product is not worth all this extra money. And that's not even getting to now that the PLEs are going to be on ESPN. I guarantee you they're going to charge for it. And for these shows that will become 2 nights, they're probably going to charge for both nights. Or at the very least, make it seem like, oh, hey, we'll save you a little bit of money. It'll be a package deal where if you buy both nights, you'll save $20. Ooh, yay me. No. It's gonna suck. And that's gonna be their marketing strategy towards it, and people will be like, oh, hey, I'm saving money. No, they're charging you more money because they're making their biggest shows now 2 nights. And they're gonna charge you probably both nights on ESPN for the PLEs. And even more of their big shows like Royal Rumble, I'm assuming Money in the Bank. Anything where they have a split between men and women, they're probably gonna put 2 nights on, you know. Survivor Series will probably be 2 nights. Who knows what else? And it's just eating away at people's pockets. And I can't defend that. Really, the only thing worse than this news that I saw this morning that I'm talking to you about right now is a combination between how terrible the TLC match looked in terms of being scripted. You know, we all know that pro wrestling is scripted, but the way that they put holes in the tables, those ugly ass Slim Jim looking tables at TLC, just so they could prop up or double stack tables. And the more ridiculous part, other than that photo that I'm sharing right now, is the fact that it was only those tables. So it even looked more scripted. Like, okay, these specific 4 tables that we're going to use for a spot in this match have to have holes on it to protect our wrestlers. Every other table won't have it, though. Did they think that through? I think it's terrible. And then that god-awful piece of shit steel cage match, sorry-ass excuse for a steel cage match. WWE's rules for steel cage matches I have gone over before on my channel, and I'll say it again. It is dog shit. The whole escape the door concept is so stupid, and a lot of fans realized how dumb it is when they saw the ending of that match. Now, obviously, I'm joking around here. I do think that long-term, this streaming service is worse news than those 2 things that happened at SummerSlam. SummerSlam, it was good and it was bad. It was, you know, a mixed bag of emotions for me. But this is not. This is all a bag of just disappointment, feeling like I am being forced to pay more money to watch WWE heading into 2026 and years beyond, because we are. That's to sum it up. If you want to now watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, their PLEs, and all this other stuff, you are going to be paying a premium. It's ridiculous. And it's not worth it. In my opinion, it is not worth it. The quality of wrestling that they put out in WWE now compared to how they did it back when I was a kid, it's night and day. It's more entertainment, more celebrity-focused stuff than pro wrestling. I will save my money. I will watch a pro wrestling first company in AEW over WWE, and all of this just makes it that much more apparent that I prefer AEW. I think in 2025, AEW is kicking their ass, and I think this is going to help them. If I was Tony Khan, I would be jumping all over this. I would be maybe, you know, if you're a new subscriber to HBO Max, specifically for their content, I don't know if there's a way that they can, you know, see if the new subscribers are specifically going for AEW stuff, but offer something like that. You know, like your first month is only $1 if you want to check out AEW on Max, or maybe reduce your very first pay-per-view buy. You know, if you've never purchased an AEW pay-per-view, you know, reduce it by some amount of money just to get new fans in, because there's going to be a lot of people walking away from WWE after seeing this news, and I'm seeing it all over the internet. It's real. There are a lot of people that are pissed off. There will be more people than not that will continue to shell out money for WWE, but I will not be one of them. That's all I had on this episode of Screw the Script. You let me know down below what your honest thoughts are on the whole ESPN deal with WWE and their PLEs. I got one little, you know, joke thing to share right up there. In all seriousness, not everybody is going to leave to go to AEW, but a lot of people will. And I truly think that this is a huge shift in pro wrestling. 2025. 2019 was when AEW started. In 2025, AEW has been red hot. And with all the things that WWE is doing that I personally don't agree with, and a lot of people don't agree with, and a lot of the good that AEW is doing in 2025, I feel like this is a monumental shift in pro wrestling again, in favor of AEW. This has been Maverick with Screw the Script. Thanks for watching.